But we had that really amazing display, didn't we, on Sunday night. We brought you some pictures yesterday. As far south as Cornwall they were being seen. And Alison Freeman has been pulling together some of the stunning images we've seen so far.
It was one of the best displays seen in recent times, especially across the north of the UK. The greens and more unusual deep reds of the Northern Lights captured by photographers on Sunday and into the early hours of Monday. From the Shetland Islands to County Armagh, the Brecon Beacons, and even as far south as Kent and Cornwall. Colours are created when a solar flare erupts on the sun, sending charged particles towards Earth, which then interact with our atmosphere. The sun is at its most active since 2014 and is expected to peak in 2025, meaning more aurora displays are expected not only in the coming days, but also the coming years. So, experts say, cloud permitting, people will have more chances to catch a glimpse of this natural phenomenon.
Wow.
Amazing pictures.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Let's go straight to Alison, who is at an observatory in County Durham for us this morning. Alison, I know it's getting light there now, but there have been some spectacular images, haven't there?
Yeah, they really have. There are lovely clear skies here at Grasholme Observatory because it is one of those places you come to see the sky without any light pollution. I'm going to bring you in now into the main observatory here, and you see behind me Gary, who we'll be talking to in a second, but this main bit of kit, their main telescope. But I'm here to talk to the lead astronomer here, Gary Fields, about the Northern Lights. Yes. Gary, why has it been such a spectacular set of images that we've been able to capture this week?
Oh, it was just wonderful, you know. We had a full observatory. Lots of guests had come along the other night to see the Northern Lights, and the story actually starts between this rich harmony between magnetism and particle physics. Our sun is getting way more active now, and when it gets active like this, it's producing some intense magnetic fields. And it's these magnetic fields that harness so much energy, these positively charged particles that the sun from time to time can hurtle our way. And that's sort of what happened the other night. And as these particles travel through space, they interact with our magnetic field and produce that amazing display that we saw.
Now, greens we associate with Northern Lights, but a lot of deep reds this time. That's pretty unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, seeing the Northern Lights is tricky anywhere you go, as I'm sure people will testify. And it all depends on the weather, of course. We need to have really clear skies and, you know, cloud-free skies and starry skies. But red light under dark conditions is very difficult for our eyes to resolve. And this is down to the biology of our eyes, of course, because red light has the longest wavelength of all that our eyes can resolve. So seeing that anyway is tricky under dark conditions. But we did see it the other night, and it was absolutely wonderful. And it's the first time in around about 7 or 8 years that I've seen actually red in the sky. And underneath the red, we saw those secondary electron interactions, and we saw all the green light. Now, the green light is much easier to resolve for our eyes.
We know that it is unusual to see it with the naked eye, but people didn't they?
Yes. They absolutely did, and they were astounded. I mean, it took a moment or two for people to be able to see it. Now, the interesting thing, and I think people need to realise, is that when we see images of the aurora, like the one we took as well, you know, we see all these bright colours, and this is because a camera's taken that image. Now, a camera will work very different to our eyes. So if you're outside in the countryside trying to see the Northern Lights, don't expect to see really, really bright colours. It's quite a subtle effect that you see, but they are visible.
So it is possible to see it now. People can come here, can't they, if they want to see it over the coming weeks?
Absolutely. Apparently this is the best observatory in the entire universe to see the Northern Lights from. So yes, this is a public observatory. We run sessions 4 or 5 times a week, so people can come along. We do get a disproportionate amount of clear skies, so that's even better. So we run all sorts of events to do with stargazing.
Brilliant. As you see, Gary, very passionate about it. You can come along to Grasholme in County Durham if you want to have a look at those Northern Lights and the lovely clear skies.
Alison, thank you. We will visit.
You've cursed it now, Alison. Talking about clear skies. Carol might have a different forecast for you as the morning goes on.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk to Carol again in just a few minutes' time. But now